A lot of people are feeling lost in their lives. They feel like they don't know what their purpose is. And this can happen at any age of your life. Like you can be in your 20s, in your 30s, or even in your teen years, or in your 40s and 50s, and you're feeling like, I have no purpose. But you do have purpose. But how do I know this? Because your purpose is not to make sure that everybody likes you or to show and prove who you are to others. Is to prove it to yourself. And how do I do that? If any difficult situation happens to me and I don't show up and I don't do anything about it, I just escape from it, then how am I ever going to prove to myself that I'm capable of overcoming these difficult situations, right? And we all have difficult situations. We all go through seasons where we feel like it's the end of the world, or like we feel like we're not enough, or we even feel like we don't have a purpose. But the purpose is in there, in just showing yourself that you can be your own leader, that you can learn from difficult situations, that you can make your life very difficult so that you can then have an easier life and you're going to enjoy it more. I thought that by making my life harder, I was like, I'm probably not going to enjoy all the things that I thought that I will enjoy. But when you start reading the right books, when you start expanding your capacity, expanding your knowledge and your experiences, then you notice that a lot of the things that you thought that were fun, that that's what you wanted, they're not what you wanted. This happens to me. For example, I used to think, oh, if only I was a millionaire, if only I had more money, my life would be different. And I can't tell you how many people thinks that way. I even members of my family think that way. They're like, their lives would change so much if employees made more money. But it's not, because once you start discovering that you're your own leader, that you make your life better, that by surpassing difficult situations, you prove to yourself that you're capable of expanding, then you notice, all right, this matters to me more than what I thought it did. What am I saying with this? When you write the right books, for example, you read Rich Dad, Poor Dad, The Secrets of the Billionaire Minds, Think and Grow Rich, when you read the right books, then you see money so different. You don't see money as like, oh, this would just solve all my problems, or like money is all I need to have in order to make my life better. I even watch movies now that have been made in 2005, like this movie about like Cheaper by the Dozen, and they're showing how like one of the dads is like very rich and the other one is poor, and they show you what they both have that they don't see in each other, and they're like kind of competing. And one has a lot of money and the other one doesn't have that much money, but it's not all about money, it's about what you are experiencing in life. And when you read the right books, you see it as like a tool. Money, you see it as a tool. You don't see it as, oh, this is going to solve all my problem. And you also see it like a reward for this that I'm about to tell you. When you feel like you don't have a purpose, it's because you might be thinking just in yourself, but you have to think of like, what can I do better than anybody else? What is a gift that I have that it makes me so unique? What is a skill that I have that can help so many people that not anybody has it? If you ask yourself the right questions and then you think, oh, how can I make this world better? How can I bring value to other people? What is something that I do uniquely? What is something that I do better than anybody does that I can help other people with? And you're not only thinking about yourself, you're thinking about bringing value to the world. You're thinking about contributing to the world. And you're thinking about your gifts and how you can use them. If you think this way, of course you're going to start to understand what your purpose is. And your purpose is not something that just involves you. It involves everybody here because we're all here to invest in each other. We invest in coaches and mentors and people that are making YouTube videos about these things. I have mentors. I look up after amazing people that I'm like, oh my God, she inspires me so much. And as you grow, you find people that are fitting better what is your dream, what you want to do in life. And you're like, oh my God, I looked at this person and this person inspires me, and this is exactly what I want in life. She's aligned with what my values are, with what I want to do for the world. And I have family, for example, calling me, telling me I don't know what to do with my life. And I'm like, for example, my sister, she wanted to start a business and she wasn't sure what to do. And then she used to sell bikinis at some point, and now she's like, I don't really want to do that anymore. She's good at knowing that she wants to start a business, and every time she starts something that doesn't fulfill her. But this last time she said, Tammy, I want to sell books. And I'm like, oh my God, this is such a good purpose. I can ambition everything for you. I can see you opening your own libraries. I can see you bringing community together. I can see you like having like meetings and stuff and like changing the world where she is at and making it a better world, and also changing and impacting the lives of others with knowledge, with books, by bringing something that's gonna change the life of somebody. And I saw this whole vision. Now she's still thinking, I don't know if this is what I want to do, I'm not very sure. And I'm like, I totally support you with this, because I can see how you can impact the world. But what I mean about this, like, you have to start something, but something that it will contribute to the world, something that you can do better than anybody. And I see the potential in my sister. I see so much potential in her, because her whole life she read books, but she read them for school. And school is different than reading things for your own, like being a self-taught person, which I totally encourage anybody out there that is watching this video to totally invest in yourself and self-thought yourself, like teach yourself things, because you're going to notice that at the end of the day, you don't have to prove anybody what you're capable of, but yourself. You were capable of reading those right books and then started acting accordingly to what these books tell you. And when you act accordingly to what these books tell you, you start seeing a perspective of life completely different than anybody else. I'm saying this because I went through this my whole life. I didn't know what purpose I wanted. I used to be in the music industry, and I thought that was going to be my whole identity, my life. Even on Instagram, I put so much time on Instagram and trying to grow it. And this entire time I have felt in my gut that I had to start a YouTube channel. But I didn't know what to do with my YouTube channel, honestly. But then I thought, what is something that I've been enjoying lately so much that I could be doing and bringing to the world? It's literally my mindset. Because I come from a very bad mindset. I'm not doing this because I'm thinking that I'm better than anybody else. No, I'm thinking I don't want anybody else to go through what I went through with my mindset. And all of those bad situations that was bringing me because of what I was thinking. If I could tell you how I used to think about money, you will know exactly why I was not able to make a single dollar. I wasn't grateful for it. I thought that I had to work for it. I had many, many bad self-beliefs about it, that thankfully I was able to break out and be like, okay, this makes much more sense. I was able to read the right books, and now I can look back and be like, I'm so grateful I decided to read the books. What it can change everything in your life is literally your mindset, how you think. What is that voice in your head telling you all the time? If you think about money as something like, oh, they probably have so much money because they're all like drug sellers, I don't know how do you call it, like the cartel or whatever. You're thinking, oh, these people has all that money, or they're greedy, or they have money because they probably win it at a lottery. Whatever you're thinking, pay attention to what that voice in your head is telling you, because first of all, none of that is true, and second of all, you can change it, you can make it better, and you will be so grateful at some point when you see life from a different perspective and you don't see it how you used to see it. And then you look back and you're like, oh my God, I can't believe that used to be my world. I can't believe that used to be the way I seen life. Prove things to yourself, not to anybody else, and then everything would change for you. But that's all I wanted to talk about this video. I hope you really like this video. I invite you to subscribe. I'm doing this because I like it and because it's what motivates me to wake up every day and wanting to work and be in my room. I think that lately I've been feeling very introverted, and I just want to be in my own world. And knowing that I have people supporting me, reading the comments is so inspiring, because I'm like, yes, there's people listening. There's people that wants to know what is going on. And there's people that are in the same frequency and aligned with what I'm doing. And I like it so much better. But with that being said, I invite you to subscribe if you want to see more content, to leave a like or a comment, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye.